I love gold!
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is the No Man's Land Survival Challenge series I'm doing, where I'm trying to compete as closely as I can with Chainsaw 100 and Dagwin in their multiplayer survival series. So in the last episode we bought the new, we created this new field over here in the distance, and in this episode what we'll need to do is get some lime spread on it and get the stones picked out of it. We've started gold production, but that's now out of stones. I think we've got about, let's have a quick look, I can't remember. So gold production, here we are. So we're out of stones, we've got plenty of water, plenty of methane, because I think methane's been sent over from here distributing, but even that's quite full. Yeah, so the gold, we've got 784 litres of gold. We need 10,000 litres of stones to make 1,000 litres of gold. So it's a slow process, but ultimately it is worth quite a lot of money. The cheese factory still got some milk going, and it's still creating cheese. Do we have much milk? Yeah, we've got another 16,000 litres of milk we can transport over at some point. And while we're here with the animals, they're probably going to need some more straw soon. They've got plenty of water. Food's still good. And the chickens, they're getting low on food, so we could take some barley over there and fill that up. And the sheep, they're starting to get low. We don't have any hay over there at the moment, but we do have 2 rows of bales here, which they will need to go over. So to start with, I'll just get back onto the ground. So what we'll do first of all, now where did I put the Zerian? Here it is. So we'll get into the Zerian, we'll get the lime spreader on it, and then we'll get over to that field and get it working on spreading some lime. Right, so we don't have that much lime, so first of all I'll head up to the store, buy some more lime for it, and then I'll just see you back at the field. Okay, so that's the spreader full. So I'll head over to that new field and we'll set a worker off getting the lime spread. Okay, so here we are at the field. Now I'm going to send it off this way. It's not the most efficient way to do it, but because this is like the shortest route, this is like the shortest edge, so it's actually making more turns. But it means it'll never get stuck up by those trees. So next job is we need to get the stone picker out, so I'll go and get that ready on the Massey, I think. So it's a little bit annoying that I'm not getting any big stones or even medium stones for some reason. Don't know why that is. You know, we've got that gold plant now and I want to make as much use of it as I can. And this stone picker, it's got a really nice wide pickup, but it does have quite a small hopper. There is another stone picker which it's narrower pickup, narrower working width, but it holds more stones. But as long as I keep on top of it with the trailer, keeping it unloaded, then you know it shouldn't be too big of a job. Maybe we can get a planter bought in this episode as well, and maybe we'll get the cotton planted, but you know I think that'll be a bit of a push for time. So the next job that I want to do is I want to get some trees into the sawmill because that's getting low. So our pine trees that we've got, we'll go and get some of those knocked down and dragged over using the fent. Okay, so I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. I really don't want to knock down all those hay bales, so hopefully if I just fell the trees this direction, then that won't be a bit of a problem. Be able to drag them straight out. So I'm really hoping that these trees don't damage the crops. I can't imagine that they will, but we'll figure that out. Right, so that's 6 trees. I think that'll do for now. So let's just get the winch attached. They're not happy, are they? Seems like we can pull these all together, which works quite well. I hope there's enough power in the winch to get them over. Doesn't look like it. We'll have to undo them, I think. Right, we'll grab this one. And then I think what I'll do is I'll put these 5 trees here into the sawmill. Just let a little bit of rope out. And then that last one there I'll put into the furniture factory. Looks like we've avoided those bales, so that's good. The sawmill isn't quite out of wood. I think we've got about 3,000 litres, but you know, it'll be out of wood by either the end of today or the start of the next episode. Yeah, so 3,500 litres of wood, and then this makes it. So that was, it's 18,007, so that was just over 15,500 litres there. So I'll just go and grab this last one, and we'll put that directly into the carpentry. so that's got just 232 litres. Have I got it in yet? No. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to pull this in yet. Maybe I can just push it back if I unhitch it. And if that'll be enough in the trigger. There we go. So that's got 3,233. So that about 3,000 litres per tree. So we can drop this off now. And I'm going to run over to the animals there and pick up the trailer. And then we'll take that back. I think it should be full of manure, so we'll drop that off at the methane plant. And then we'll go and unload the stone picker. And then we'll bring some barley back here for the chickens. Okay, I was wrong. It doesn't have any manure in it. Right, so I'll head over to the stone picker and I'll see you over there. Right, so it looks as though the stone picker's only got, it's only 25% full so far. So we'll just let it carry on. It'll probably get through most of the field. So the next job that I want to do is I'm going to go and buy some, well, I was going to go and change the mowers for a new type of mower. But it looks as though the Zarian's just ran out of lime, so we'll head to the shop and refill the lime spreader. Right, so we can fill it up with another 3 bags. Okay, so that's it full. Another bag wouldn't have fitted in, so we'll just leave it like this. But that's more than enough to finish the field, and whichever we spread lime on next, we can just get straight into it. Okay, so that's the worker away. He's only got 2 passes to make. So I'm going to get back into the... This area was struggling a bit there. Yeah, so I'll get back into the fence and then we'll go and get those mowers swapped out for something different. Right, so what I was just saying before, these mowers that I bought early on, they don't have a swathing capability. So that's something that I want to get instead. I did look at I think it's the Nota Cat, but it didn't say in the description that it did swathing, but apparently it does. So these were the cheaper option, but had I known, then I would have just gone straight for the Nota Cat. I think there is another set of mowers which is very similar. It's the same working width. I can't remember who makes them now, but it might actually be Class. But yeah, so there is another set of mowers which has swathing capability, but it's a lot more expensive and you don't get anything different for the money. It's the same working width as what these are. So we'll get these up to the store, get them refurbished, repainted and sold, and then we'll bring back the new mowers. We'll repair these for $83 and repaint them for $6,100, and then we'll just sell that. So that gives us back $35,600, and then the other one we'll repair that and repaint it, and that gives us back $17,200. So if I go to mowers in here, yeah, so these Pottinger Nota Cats, you can actually see on, when you look into it, you can see like this detail here. That's kind of there's a screw feed there which would push it all to the middle. So these are 75,000. The other option was the a Crone, sorry, no, I think I said Class, but yeah, Crone. So it's the same working width, 10.1 meters, but you know, that's like 83,000 for that, as opposed to 75 for this. So it's, yeah, it's 100 centimeters. Sorry, it's 10 centimeters wider for another $8,000. So anyhow, so we'll just buy this Nota Cat, and we'll get the front one as well. There's no options on them. So what this means is that whenever we do grass work for silage, we no longer need to row up. And obviously if we're going to make hay, then we would just switch off the swathing capability anyway. But what I want to do with this now is I just want to go and mark out that path that runs up by the new cotton field. So I'm just going to mow the grass, follow the line on from the map, make sure I'm going in the right direction, and then we can paint in the road properly. So if I just have a quick look, we've got set for widespreading now, so we'll change that to swath dropping. And you can have left swath, right swath, or swath dropping must be centre swath. So we'll fire them up. Drop them both down, and we'll just run up here. I don't know where it's making that grass from. Yeah, and we'll just try and follow the sort of road in the map that's already built in. Quite difficult to see. Maybe if I zoom out, it's easier. Should be turning around here somewhere. Might have to come back on the other side as well. Right, so we'll just get out and move the Zerion. So we'll just end it about here. And then I'll just head back the other way and capture the bits that we missed. Okay, so that should be good enough for us to see where to paint the path into, or the road into. So that should be good enough for us to paint the road in with, but we just need to pick up all that grass with the baler, and then we can see a bit better. So these mowers will be great for next time we do silage. I'll just be able to put it on course play, save the course, and then the baler can follow the same path as the mowers did. So I'll probably do some more baling in the next episode. The grass field at the moment, it's probably only about, it's not been rolled, so it's not going to be quite as productive as it could have been. But, you know, I think we made $200,000 off it last time, so even if we only make 150,000, that's still quite a good amount of money. Right, so I'll just run up here, collect all this grass, and then we'll do some painting. Okay, so we've got 13 bales out of this. I didn't realise the worker had missed that bit of lime there, so we can finish that off. Yeah, one of these bales was mostly straw, So we definitely made 12 bales out of this little bit here, so that's not too bad. It's probably, you know, could be worth $25,000 that. So I'll just store these over here with the rest of them, and then I'll go and check on the stone picker, see how that's getting on. I'll just leave them here, but no doubt. Actually, we're not going to be doing any baling anytime soon, are we? So we might as well just leave them on the trailer, wait for them to ferment, and then take them up for sale. Right, so I'll head over, pick up the trailer, and we'll go and check on how the stone picker's doing, and then also finish off that bit of lime that's been missed. Okay, so that's the lime done there. I'll just jump over into the massey and we'll just check on that fill status. It's on 95%. So it's probably going to fill up on this row. So we'll get into the fent and we'll just get ready to unload it. There we go, it's full. Okay, so that's 2,000 litres of stones. I'll just go and tip these straight into the gold production. And then I'll head over and take some barley to the chickens. So there we go, that's the stones into the gold plant. So with a bit of luck soon, that will start producing our first pallet of gold. Right, so I've got a full trailer here, but that's not really what I want to have, so let's see if I can. I only want to take about 5,000 litres over, and then I can have the trailer empty. Right, so that's 4,980, sorry, 31, so that's enough barley. I think that should That shouldn't fill the trough fully. That's excellent. So I'm just going to leave this trailer underneath the conveyor to fill up with manure. And then we can take that over to the methane plant at some point. Actually hard to see. There we are. It looks as though the conveyors have stopped, so there we go, we've got them going again. So I'll just leave that trailer there to fill up. And we'll go and find another job to do. Right, so the next job, the flowers are now full, so they're not producing any more flowers, which is no good for our bank account. So I'm just going to go and get everything loaded up that needs to be sold, and we'll go and get that sold. So I don't think we've lost out that much. I know when I started the episode I did check and there was still room inside the greenhouse, so we won't have lost that much production. So I'll just get these loaded up. I want to check on the honey price. I can't remember if honey's ready yet, but if it is, we'll load the honey up as well and then head over to the sawmill and get the planks. Okay, so as you can see, it wasn't exactly plain sailing there, but fortunately I was actually unloading, trying to tidy them up, and another pallet spawned underneath the tractor, so yeah, not my finest hour. But I just want to clear this as well. Furniture isn't a good price to sell just yet, so we'll keep this back for a bit longer. Oh, what's going on with this today? You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it, would you? So I think that'll be the... I think it can only hold 2,000 litres in store, so that should be the store empty now. It spawned 2 extras, so if I just clear another 2 pallets out of here, although I'm a bit worried about what will happen to them. Right, so now I'll just get these planks on. I don't know how much room I've got because I've made a right mess with that honey. But I'll do the best I can and I'll just see you up at the store. Right, so I got them all loaded up. It was quite an effort really. I don't know what's gone on with the physics, but it seems to have got worse as the game's gone on. It's one of the times that I'm kind of not happy about the no auto loading trailers rule, but right. But hopefully this will bring us in a nice bit of money. So here we are at the store, and we'll get this trailer on nice and gently because it's wobbling all over the place. So that was $125,263. So one of the things I noticed when I was over at the manure was that the slurry is now full. It's at it's up at 100,000 litres. So I do want to get a slurry tanker, but this is all fairly new to me. I've never really done slurry before. It's quite expensive kit by the look of it. So it seems as though you can buy a tanker and fit on a dribble bar. Seem to use common drillable bars depending on the size. That one's what does that hold? That holds 30 meter cube. That's 30,000 litres. So I'm thinking that something along the lines of this. That holds the same. That one's slightly bigger, but again 28,000 more. So I'd need to have 161. I need to have 265,000, which we do have. But I do also want to get a planter. What's the working width on this? 30 meters. That's pretty good. So I'm not sure if I need to go quite that expensive. Because the other thing that I want to get is a planter to put the cotton in. I can't imagine that's going to be a cheap piece of kit. So let's have a look what we've got here. So we want something that can do direct drilling. And these are all quite expensive as well. So 200,000. So that's got a 12 meter working width. And that one's got an 18 meter working width. For only another 41,000. Right, so I think a planter is more important. What I might do is just transfer some slurry over to the methane plant because we're not quite ready. We actually don't need to spread any slurry just yet, so I could send a tanker of slurry over to the methane plant. So looking at something like this here that's 18 meters wide. For $250,000. It needs 350 horsepower, which both of our big tractors have. And it does seed and it does fertilizer. So let's go and have a look at this. There's no options on it other than the number plate, so let's just buy that. Okay. Right, so I'll get this trailer back to the farm, and then we'll go and sort out this slurry, and then we'll come back up for the planter. Right, so the mass is finished doing the stone picking, so we'll just get this back to the yard, but we'll drop off the stones into the gold production. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'll fill up the greenhouses, I'll take the tanker over and dump the rest of the water into the animals, and then we'll get the slurry emptied and delivered to the methane plant. I'm pretty certain this trailer can transport slurry, but it might be worthwhile checking it out first. I think it was in miscellaneous. That one there. Right, so it can't transport slurry. Okay, so right, so we'll have to have another job going, and maybe the slurry will just have to not fill up. Right, so that's the greenhouses full. What I can do while we're in it, say it's only got 4,500 litres of water left. We'll put that into the animal enclosures, and then we'll take some milk over to the cheese factory or to the dairy to make cheese. So we've got 17,500 litres of milk. I'm hoping that the dairy can take all this, because it isn't empty at the moment. So while that unloads, I just noticed as we drove past, we've got our first pallet of gold. Look at that. So we'll just do that for the thumbnail. Let's just have another quick look on our productions. Make sure that nothing is full anymore. So you can see, furniture's got plenty in it. Need to get some more crops in here, probably be the oats. So we're out of wool now at the spinnery. There was some pallets over with the sheep there, and the bakery's out of flour. We've got those, well, almost out of flour. We have got those pallets down at the grain mill that I could take. And also the tailors is not making any more clothes because it's out of fabric. So manure, we've got 34,000 litres of methane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a full trailer up to the store to sell, and the dairy, that's got plenty of space for cheese making. So now that this trailer's unloaded, we'll go and fill up with methane, and we'll go and get the methane sold. Might try and keep track of methane prices as well, just so we can figure out when's the best time to sell. Okay, so 32,000 kilograms it is. That gives us 42,563. So that makes it $1,330 per 1,000 kilograms. So that's a nice little earner to have there. Certainly worth more than the manure on its own as a raw product. I think while I'm up here I'll just fill up with water. So this is the better way to get water. You can see how fast it's filling up, and it will only cost us $32 at the end of it. Yeah, well, that's $31, so that's certainly a lot better than having to wait for the water tower to fill it up and having to redo it because it times out. So I think that's all I can do in this episode. Ideally I would have liked to have got the cotton planted, and then we've got a a month's head start on it, but I do want to roll it as well after, so there just wouldn't be enough time or daylight for me to get that done, so it can be the first thing we do in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm so happy that we've got our first pallet of gold there. So if you could give the video a like, it would really help me out, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye for now.